Hi everybody, my name is Susan and this is my channel, Susan's Life with ALS. This weekend I'm filling out my Advance Directive for healthcare for Washington State. I live in Washington and you would want to get the Advance Directive for healthcare pertinent to your state that you live in. And I was able to find my papers just by Googling Advance Directive Washington. And then it came up, the website, and you click on that, and then within the website there would be a link that you can click on, and it will take you up to a PDF file that gives you this packet of paper that is the Advance Directive for Healthcare for Washington State, and then you can print it. So that's what I did, and I'll kind of go over this document with you. I need to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm reading here, but anyway, we'll get started. So at the top it says end of life, and then under that in small letters, I don't know if you can see it, Washington. And then it's looks like about 6 pages, and it starts with, and I'll just go through it, durable power of attorney for healthcare and healthcare directive of, and then I would put my name in there. So then number 1 are my healthcare agents. So you start with the primary agent, and I chose my husband. And when I asked him, make sure you ask your people before you put them in this document. So I asked my husband yesterday, and at first I only said healthcare, or I only said Advance Directive, and he then said, you know, I probably better not do that. And the reasoning being, we're both on our second marriages. We both have children from other relationships and, you know, that kind of thing. And I said, no, it's for health care. And then he said, oh, okay, of course I will do that. So I am making him my primary agent, and I asked his permission. Then my alternate agent, because you need to pick 2, is my daughter, and I did ask her as well, and she agreed, and she knows my wishes. So then we get to number 2, and there's a paragraph that I would agree to, the authority I give my agent, and the agent are the people that I chose to make the decisions for my healthcare based on this form. Number 3 is why I'm making this document. I have ALS, so it makes sense that I have this in my possession. Anybody with any kind of illness, a terminal illness like I have, or just anybody can do this, and it's a good idea to make your wishes known. It's not a legal document, and I'll get to that at the end when I talk about my witnesses. Number 4 is it lets you choose when you do not want life-sustaining treatment. Number 5 is when I may want temporary use of life-sustaining treatment. Number 6 is life-sustaining treatments I don't want. My wishes, and number 7 is wishes concerning comfort care and pain medication. Number 8, if a healthcare provider refuses to honor my decisions. Now, this is not a legal document, and they, depending on the healthcare facility that you go to, if you have to, may not have a policy in place that they would honor advance directives. So be aware of that. Number 9 is my wishes concerning other matters. Now, the other matters are treatments that are experimental, donating organs, autopsy, donating your body to science, and funeral arrangements. Number 10 addresses if a court appoints a guardian for me. That won't happen in my case because I have plenty of family that knows my wishes. Number 11 is how this directive can be revoked or canceled, and there's a paragraph about that. And then summary and signature, and then I would sign the bottom here. Then the last page, number 12, number 13, is my witnesses. So these witnesses have to be people that know you but aren't related to you, friends that know you, can't be family, like I said. And I did ask 2 of my friends, make sure you ask them first before you put this document in front of them and say, can you sign this? Make sure they know what they're signing and why they're signing it. And my 2 friends did agree, and that is this last page here. And so that's it. And so you'd want to keep that with your important papers, such as your will, any, banking documents, any, your important documents that you kind of keep in a safe place. And then it's always there. All right, so now I'm going to go back to this not being a legal document. My family understands my wishes and will honor them. That is not the case with some families, unfortunately, and then some people don't even have families. So, there's all kinds of different situations out there. So tailor this form, or the everything that goes with this form, to your particular situation. And I'm lucky that I have a family that understands. I'll touch on here another form that is a good idea to have, especially if you're dealing with a terminal illness. And it's called a POLST form. POLST. Now, I'm not quite sure what the letters stand for, and I don't have one with me, but it's a green form that is, regular 8x10 type size, that is on a little bit heavier paper, like poster board sort of. And what that is just, it's one page front and back, and it is actually a doctor's order. And so you do have to visit your doctor to get a pulsed form, discuss it with them, and then they will sign it and you sign it. And what is on that form is an abbreviated version of your wishes and also addresses your code status. Code, or being coded, means if your heart stops, then medical people will do whatever they can, CPR, couple of different kinds of medications, maybe shock paddles, to bring you back to life. And it's just a law, they have to do it. Well, I don't know if it's a law, but it's certainly policy in every hospital and every EMT, and that's unless you have this pulsed form. And the pulsed people suggest that you put it on your refrigerator, you know, with magnet. That way, if you have to call 911 from your home and have the EMTs come, the first place they look, especially if you're incapacitated, would be the refrigerator. And it's just something that we have here. I don't know if it's every state, but it's Washington State. And if I'm hospitalized, I bring the green pulsed form with me. Now, I'll be lucky. I keep saying I'm lucky, but I am. I know that I am. I have a lot of family that cares about me and knows my wishes, so I'm really lucky that way. I hope that this gives you some information about, you know, I'm coming from the perspective of a terminal illness, and I really need to get this stuff in place while I'm still walking, talking, driving, eating, you know, eating, everything. I have ALS, and it's a progressive neurological motor neuron disease, meaning it's going to rob me of muscle function, and that includes swallowing and breathing. So I need to make my wishes known, and my family understands what my wishes are. So have the paperwork in place, and it'll be one less thing that you have to worry about. So that's it for this video. Thanks you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I do videos on things around and in my life that I deal with and I'm a person with ALS, and how I deal with life. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.